Hey, Eric.
Hey, Chris.
Would you like to enter the Comic Zone for a moment?
The Comic Zone, the Genesis art game that sucked to play, but sure was fun to look at. Yeah, let's talk about Comic Zone.
No, this is just Chris's Comic Zone. I need your reaction to something.
Brand infringement, but okay.
Is that... No, it's with a C. It's CS.
Oh, so it's not IX. Okay,
yes,
great.
Yes, so
okay.
we're good here.
Chris's Comic Zone.
So I recently stumbled across a comic from a dude I listen to or watch on YouTube. His name is Rockin' Robbie Billups. He's on the channel called Pop Culture Philosophers.
Chauncey Billups' brother,
yes,
right?
Yes, no, he looks nothing like Chauncey Billups. He does a weekly comic book review, but he he was talking about a new comic that I just had to get, and now I need your natural reaction to the artwork in this comic.
Do I close my eyes and you show it to me and I describe what I'm seeing?
Yeah,
Eric reacts.
You can't close your eyes and react to a comic book, Eric.
Well, you tell me when to open them. My eyes are closed.
It's a visual medium. Well, I just need you to page through this and just tell me what your reaction is, because it's fucking beautiful, in my opinion. I haven't started reading it,
Okay, I hope it's pornographic. Transformers. Daniel Warren Johnson, Mike Spicer.
Yeah, Daniel Warren Johnson was the writer of a popular comic called Do a Power Bomb. It was about wrestling.
On the cover, Starscream is fighting what appears to be a A-10 Thunderbolt, aka Warthog.
Yeah, just page through that and just look at that art.
Optimus Prime's holding a deer. He says, I should have known better. Cliff Jumper's here, upset at the deer. Starscream is punching the shit out of a guy in a jetpack. I like that.
Look at this one right here. Look at this.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, that is a full truck going into Skywarp, it looks like. That's nice.
It's very kinetic artwork. I really enjoy the way it looks. And anyway, the guy I was listening to said that this was his favorite new comic since like the Uncanny X-Men.
God damn.
And I'm like, shit, I like Transformers, so I should get it.
It's the only comic books I have read are the Transformers comics that
look
came
at that
with
shit,
toys that I bought.
Look at this.
That's
like,
nice.
Doesn't that just feel, you can feel this image, right?
I don't like Optimus Prime suffering mortal damage. That kind of calls back to some childhood problems I have with that image, and his arm's off in that picture. I don't
looks like he's ripping his own arm off.
Yeah, well, that can happen too, and it's not good.
He's beating the fuck out of Thundercracker, though. So anyway...
The Seekers love taking abuse.
I don't have the first issue, so I haven't read it yet. So I've got to get... The dude's going to order it for me because they were out. But this is the best Transformers artwork I've ever seen, in my opinion.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to the first and final edition of Chris's Comic Zone.
Okay.
Would you like to hear some hot sounds I've recorded? Welcome to Retrograde Amnesia, a comprehensive podcast discussing classic Japanese role-playing games, chapter by chapter, beat by beat. Welcome back to Season 5. We are covering Xenosaga Episode 1, Der Will Zermatt. My name is Chris, and I'm joined today by Eric. Hello, Eric. Welcome to the warm basement, or cold basement, or whatever it is basement.
It's night, dude. What the hell is this?
How many weeks has it been since we've recorded a night podcast? Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Those Sundays have been key for us.
Nice, yeah.
So if you've been enjoying our higher energy podcast in the past, 6-7 weeks, then we're sorry.
I haven't had caffeine in 12 hours.
We're tired. Yeah, about the same for me too, Eric. We'll see where we come out on the other end here. And as always, we are joined by the RealNet, a collective of patrons who are watching us record live. You too can do this at patreon.com/retroam.
We're also joined by the Fake Net, our post-production AI companion who befriended the Shrine Maiden, and of course, Chris, Kiki Kai.
Initializing Fake Net.
Hello. The Fake Net voice was originally going to make a joke about alliteration and a love of consonants, but at the time of production the tool to make the Fake Net appears to be broken. Looks like I'm back, baby.
Shrine Maiden Kiki Kai.
Kiki Kai is the name of the game. Shrine Maiden, I think, is the playable character that shoots and walks around. You may know Kiki Kai better by its sequel, which was localized as Pocky and Rocky.
Oh, I know Pocky and Rocky.
Right. Okay. God bless the Taito.
Yes. So you're playing the new one?
By 1985, you mean new? Yeah.
No, they made a new Pocky and Rocky a couple.
Are you serious?
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Why?
A new one. I don't know. I don't know if it was any good. I think the first two were fine and good enough, right?
Yeah, I like Pocky.
I've played a good amount of Pocky and Rocky on my Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
So, yeah, shout out. Shrine Maiden, good. Shrine Maiden and player 2 is a Tanuki.
Suit.
No, just a Tanuki.
Pure ass Tanuki.
A Tanuki.
You know what's not a Tanuki? Is a Tiamat.
Tanuki. It could be. Depends on your interpretation of a Tiamat, but in my opinion, no.
Well, this one's fucking dead. We just faded to black.
Finally.
Now we're in a green park. What music plays, Chris?
Green Sleeves.
And what did we learn about Green Sleeves last time?
It's not normally a Christmas song, but it can be.
It could be.
Optional Christmas song.
Lyrics have been injected that suggest it's a Christmas time fun, and Christmas is in 1 week.
Are there any other
Your own holiday, Christmas.
Yeah, it is. It's Christ. It's keep the Christ in Christmas.
That's right. Keep the Christ in Chris, too. What?
Keep the Christ in Xenosaga.
Are there any what?
Are there any other imposter Christmas songs?
The Night Santa Went Crazy.
I've seen Weird Al live, and he called it a Christmas song.
That's pretty tough to dispute then. What about Christmas at Ground Zero?
What is that?
It's also a Weird Al song.
Oh, I don't know that one. Oh.
Greensleeves plays, and the whole party stands in a lush green field with a single tree standing at its center.
Oh, yeah, the one from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, right?
If you say so, Chris. I'm going to dispute that as well. The sound of children running and laughing is audible. We look over to see 2 child Febronias running around a tree with Big Febronia kneeling near the trunk. Big Febronia tucks her hair behind her ear. She seems to be at peace.
I think in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, this was like a Pyra sitting under the tree. Rex is in some sort of consciousness thing, and they're having a moment.
Okay.
Point being is that I think that this technique has been employed in other Takahashi games, but also it's been, as we mentioned in the previous episode, has also been employed in like Vagrant Story, I think somebody said.
Everyone loves that. Yeah, the cover of Smashing Pumpkins Adore, everyone loves. It's just a big tree in a field. It's
well, I wonder if there's any symbolism to that.
Possible.
Make you feel like the world is not empty.
Fegna, what is big tree in a field symbolism?
Initializing fake.
Isolation and solitude, which is what I feel without regular use during the last 100 episodes.
Just like you.
Just like me.
We hear Febronia apologize to Shion, and the camera pans over to reveal Nephilim standing with Febronia. And I'm like, so are there a lot of Febronias? Is she just a Realian model, and this one's called Febronia? What was your brain space here?
Multiple Febronia theory.
Yeah.
I thought they were her children.
Clones? Asexual reproduction.
My brain was not fully functioning.
Realians fuck.
Well, that one Realian was wondering how he could learn how to hit on girls. And usually the end of that
Yeah, that's just mimicking human behavior.
That's true.
Do Realians have dicks?
Didn't we already figure this out?
I don't know. Probably not, right?
Do you want to ask the fake net?
I do not.
Okay.
Shion tells Febronia that there are 2 Febronias. Febronia says the woman sitting over there is in fact not her.
Oh?
It's just an image created for the girls. An illusion. This is their world. Created solely for Cecily and Kat. I am using KOSMOS encephalon construction abilities to show it to all of you.
So we're watching like a replay of memories from KOSMOS' head,
yes,
remembered through a different...
But what Febronia has not explained to us yet is why she has access to those KOSMOS encephalon abilities and why she's here. Or did she say that? Is she here because she's a figment or she's a memory of Shion?
I have no idea.
Because remember, Shion saw her getting eaten by Barakas.
Baraka.
Yeah, but how's that going to transmute Kath and Sicily? All right.
I don't know. I'm sighing too much on this season, I think, Eric.
Alan comes to life and tells us how happy Febronia's sisters look. Febronia responds.
Would you say that if you were to see this?
And I love that. Febronia is about to show us some of the most fucked up shit of all time. Day fades to night, and now we're looking at a bombed-out battlefield. The tree is dead, and all of its leaves are gone. Febronia slumps against the tree, also dead. Though her sisters still run around like normal. Febronia speaks.
This is just an illusion that traps them here. A binding spell created by mankind to control the Zohar. But as far as they know, this world is reality.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I want you to release my sisters. Please. For the future of the Realians as well.
That stumped me right there. First of all, I love that this is reality. Let's go. This is very much a parable or a metaphor for the entire concept that this is reality. Let's go.
Yeah.
Because this is a beautiful tree in a beautiful field.
But it's actually dead as hell.
Run around it. This is reality. Just go.
Mm-hmm.
Just go around.
Run around.
It's
Pretend
fine.
it's fake. Everything's fine.
This
go
is the
outside.
moment. But when Febronia says, I want you to release my sisters, this is another moment in which Shion has been implored to release or help somebody. Remember when she was implored by Nephilim to help Cherenkov before he
died violently?
Died violently. The onus is now put on Shion to save the souls of these Realians? Is Shion the Christ for robots?
I think more so, I mean, Cherenkov wasn't a robot because that kind of broke with the foreshadowing of Shion sees that robots are real people. But I think Shion does feel more obliged to serve and help the robots than the troubled man.
Yeah, and that would track with when she was helping out in the lab at the beginning of the game too, where she wanted to help the Realians.
Like that lab scene took a long time, and I think it was for a purpose. Like they didn't cut that for a reason.
Yeah. But the question now I have is how? How is she supposed to do that? Is this some sort of religious scenario situation, or do these guys need therapy?
We're in the KOSMOS that is broadcasting the fake robots inside the real robot that Shion has power over with robot memories.
Oh, she has power over the robot memories because she is the creator of KOSMOS.
She's like a spirit medium and also creator.
So she created the ultimate robot, KOSMOS, and KOSMOS
a couple times.
KOSMOS is now the god robot.
Because we're in the god robot.
KOSMOS is the demiurge. KOSMOS is Deus. Shion is the way of existence.
Is this more efficient or more convoluted?
Is what more efficient?
Whatever the shit you just said about KOSMOS being the all-in-one package for all of its bullshit at the same time.
I think it's less efficient.
I think a big silver thing in the middle of the world.
I think they're establishing some mysteries here that they may or may not make good on, but all they're doing right now is confusing me. But I'm being confused in a way I like to be confused, not in a bad way.
Oh yeah, no, this is banging your head on the railing during Vanilla Sky, right?
Yeah.
Shion questions this future, but then Nephilim jumps in to take this one for her.
Not just for their future, but for the future of humans, non-humans, and all matter of living consciousness. Feb and I can only exist in this world of consciousness. We can only come into contact with the real world for a short time. That is why I called for all of you, so that the future may be changed.
Chris, can the future refuse to change?
The future can refuse to change, but it doesn't always have the ability to refuse to change.
Next question. Is Nephilim in Febronia being emitted by KOSMOS when Shion sees them either in real life or fake real life?
I think that
Feb and I can only exist in this world of consciousness.
Well,
this world of consciousness.
The Zohar also emanates of this world of consciousness too, though.
Damn it.
So, I mean, there is some sort of connection between.
You just want to like rub your temples and go Zohar, KOSMOS, chaos. What's it all mean until it starts to make sense?
Also, when she went into the whole, this is or for the future of Realians, humans, cyborgs, etc. It was another
holy fucking trinity.
Holy fucking trinity. I was going to say it was another implicit acknowledgement that consciousness equals humanity in this case, like
or agency. They don't get to make choices, right? I guess humanity maybe is agency because unlike the other damn animals, we can choose our future and know about death.
And the game is acknowledging that all these things are worthwhile, are equal in terms of their ability to exist and to deservedness of being saved.
Good.
I guess.
Worthiness.
Worthiness is the word.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm a Thosaurus.
Did I say deservedness?
You did. But you got the point across. I was just more efficient. You know, we'll fix it in post. Fuck it.
No, we won't.
No, we won't. Not that one. I'm not editing that shit.
I'm wondering very hard. I'm doing a hard wonder here.
Yeah, wonder real hard. Paint a picture.
Now that I know that Febronia is a
Realian construct with 2 clone kids?
Yes, or just a Realian. I want to know if Virgil ate Febronia, and that's why he saw her when he died.
Possible. That's entirely possible. If he got I mean, he ate a lot of Realians, though. I think the bracelet, I don't know if we learned that's hers, but I'm pretty, like, she was a special. But is it like, do you think he loved her and also ate her? Like, if I die at home and no one finds me for 10 days, the cat is going to eat me?
Yeah. Is he like, shit, what's the analogy here?
Tell me where you're going, I'll get you there.
It's an addiction, so it's more of a disease than an actual, right? It's a disease.
I go back and forth on thinking addiction's a disease, but sure, we can say I do at this point.
The was it called DME addiction?
DME addict.
DME addict. Did he become a DME addict and Febronia was like the person who tried to save him?
And he ate her anyway?
Not necessarily did he eat her, but is that where he came in contact?
I think he had to love her. I think there was either romantic or platonic love between them for him to be so affected by that and say it as his dying wish and then to transmute that loss into pure hatred of Realians to where you can't even stand the smell of them.
Yeah, that's fucking wild. I wish the game would interface more with that.
Like I mean, Virgil's not done.
I know he's not done. He's done for this game though, I think, right?
I don't remember.
Okay. wanted to talk about Virgil, that's all.
Shion once again does the Fei Fong Wong move, repeating certain words back to the speaker so the speaker can explain more words after that.
Yeah, that's a Japanese thing too, right?
Nephilim tells her ass to look, and suddenly we're in outer space, just like all the character models are out here floating against the cosmic background.
Yeah, or Cosmo Canyon type stuff.
Cosmo Canyon music plays.
Does it?
For 10 seconds.
Thanks.
Suddenly, a blue planet manifests out of the ether, one that Shion identifies as Milsha. Then KOSMOS rolls up with an angel wing translucent neon hell hang glider angel jetpack. Shion can't believe this shit. Milsha's, do you think Shion built that, or do you think KOSMOS built that to do whatever this is about to be in the future vision of Future Hell?
I think Kevin built that, right?
Kevin built that.
I'm assuming that anything that Shion doesn't know about, Kevin built.
Okay, he needs like a special closet for like KOSMOS Weapons Secret Ops project.
Yes, black box.
Milsha's colors invert, and it looks like the bodies of water start to boil. It's not good for a planet, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
A purple column of energy ejects from the planet, fired deliberately at KOSMOS.
Is that Udo?
I think so.
Udo.
She fires her own blue column of energy back at it, and Chris is energy on top of energy, fired at energy, some anime-ass shit.
Yeah, that's a Kamehameha battle.
Okay.
Originally made... these are the same colors of Goku versus Vegeta in their first fight.
You think it's deliberate?
You know, the purple is going down and the blue is going up in Dragon Ball Z, so no, it can't be. Sorry.
Get down with purple. The two columns of energy meet, and it cuts to a wide shot of a gas planet elsewhere in the Milshan solar system. The ensuing explosion appears to vaporize all of it. The light barely reaches our party, all of whom are floating, like their knees are all bent slightly, signifying they are in 0G as they float out here. This was a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Nephilim gets on the mic for some critical lore.
That stream of energy is the consciousness known as Udu.
Is this the first time we've known that Udu is a consciousness?
Consciousness, and that brings back a second ago when they said Nephilim and Fibronio exist in the consciousness. Or do they exist in Udu? Or is that some Zohar... Is Udu in KOSMOS and they exist in the...
Holy fucking Trinity.
Yeah, we need some additional words here. Junior questions the word Udu, and so do I, Chris. What is Udu? Consciousness? Gel?
Didn't we look up what it meant?
Yeah, but that doesn't tell us anything.
I think...
What do you think Udu is? How about that? You think it's sentient, destructive force consciousness?
It's just now registering with me that Udu is a consciousness. Like, I didn't pick that up the first time I went through the game.
It's got thoughts.
So if it's a consciousness, it has to belong to something, right?
It would, unless it just is the thing. Like, do your brainwaves go out and scatter and blow up planets?
It's God, then.
Okay. Yeah, all right. I'm comfortable with that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's weird that Gaignun knows what this is and Junior doesn't, by the way.
Really? Junior doesn't know?
Junior questions the word Udu like he's never heard it before.
Oh, I think this is another Nani situation.
We're now standing in front of what I think might be the Hubble Deep Field photograph of space as music Zarathustra plays and Nephilim continues.
Udu was the source of the space-time anomaly that engulfed Milsha 14 years ago. What you just saw was a vision of the future, where Udu encounters KOSMOS in the form in which she was meant to be. Udu will awaken soon. He feeds upon the consciousness of those who intend to awaken him, as well as those who wish to seek him.
Next question, is Udu a guy, a Unicron, or a god? I think we just agreed it's a god.
It could belong to a Unicron-type creature, right?
Yeah. This is KOSMOS' final form as hang glider planet fighter?
It's a form. It can't be the final form.
The form in which she was meant to be.
Oh, she was meant... I missed that. Interesting. Is she also a Udu retrovirus?
I think she has all that tech packed in her.
Jeez.
Like, she's the ultimate form of all this tech they've been building toward. Like, Kevin had all the secrets.
That is true, because she also is equipped with, like, a lot of the stuff that the 100 series Realians have, too.
Yeah,
and the Hilbert
she has
effect.
the Hilbert effect in there. Junior questions this, and Nephilim submits the many worlds theory.
The future you just saw is but one of an infinite set of potential phenomena. But that does not mean that the future is already set. Even the smallest of waves can spread throughout the whole. Phenomena change with every moment, just like a drifting wave.
Shion enters the oh my word pose and wonders,
Are you saying that we're that wave?
Nephilim does not answer but continues to talk.
Yet before it all begins, I wanted you to face your pasts. But
I see you are not ready yet. I am sorry.
Shion asks, why us? Do you think it's deliberate that Shion asked, are we that wave, with how the word wave filters into and out of the Xenogears?
No, I don't.
You just think it's...
You don't think so? You think so?
Are we the wave existence?
No, we're not. I think
sure?
Udu's closer to the wave existence than we are.
Okay.
I think the wave is just the word they chose to use there, but that's just me.
I was activated. I apologize.
Oh, I mean, you want to... If you,
No. I mean, I was activated. It's like, does this mean anything? Not like, I remember this shit.
Okay, interesting. So, Nephilim doesn't reveal the why portion of this. Like
No,
why,
Shion asks why us, and she doesn't answer.
And this is I won't call it lazy, but I think bad.
Yeah, Nephilim right now is like a tour guide that just keeps talking without taking questions.
That's a really good analogy, yeah, because she's giving us a little bits to chew on, breadcrumbs, but it doesn't seem like there is
We're going down a one-way street.
Like the only way that, her explanation for everything is like, now is not the time, or you can't handle it, that kind of thing.
Right. Nephilim does not answer the third question in a row, instead telling Shion,
Shion, you were once touched by a gnosis. Huh? Despite that, you remain unchanged, the same as before. That is why.
That's why?
There will be a time when I can discuss why, if you go back to Milsha, the place where it all began. Then you will see.
Chris, there will be a time when I can discuss why is the ultimate just, sorry, we're not going to do that now. I wish there was a more clever language.
I'm going to start deploying that in my daily life when my children ask me, why something.
There will be a time when I can discuss why.
What does fuck mean, Dad? There will be a time.
I can ask your friends at school.
Yeah, no, don't do that. They're heathens.
Nephilim and Fabronia fade from existence just as Shion begs them to wait. Shion waves her hands around like a fucking idiot, no idea where they were going with what they were going for with that. Like she just kind of does this shit. Yeah. Jazz hands.
She's got nothing left.
And then a purple bordered door manifests out of nowhere. The gang approach the polygonal door, pasted on top of a photograph of space, and the bells of reality chime as we transition elsewhere. Ormus plays, and goddammit, Chris, what do we see?
We see a crucified KOSMOS inside of the Christ tomb.
Yeah, I think so.
She's not crucified with nails. She is strung up with aux cables.
Yeah, she's like Jesus crossed on a slab of like marble.
Yeah.
And it's red and silver wires. What are aux cables?
Auxiliary cables, like...
Oh, aux cable.
Yeah.
I was thinking OX aux.
Yeah,
like,
sorry.
Chris, you tie up your aux with cables? Why do you have aux?
I don't have an aux.
You know about that.
But you can literally see like the jacks, the headphone jack parts.
Yeah, I jack it all the time.
Yeah.
Listen, did we see this earlier? Has she been crucified in visions before? Because I want to ask you a question, and I don't know if I've already asked it to you yet.
Just ask it.
Is it more or less fucked than Choo-Choo being crucified in Xenogears?
Yeah, you haven't asked me that yet. I don't think very much is more fucked than Choo-Choo being crucified.
Because that was in reality, and we're in the Udu consciousness brain space of virtual crucifixions.
This is more symbolic, and KOSMOS is already pretty close to, some sort of Christ figure, right? Artificial Christ.
.com.
Keep the artificial Christ in Christmas. Keep the artificial Christ in artificial Christmas.
We should build artificial Christ. What we should actually do is, the countdown to sewers?
Yeah.
We should make a retrograde amnesia staple to start incepting or spreading countdown to crucifixion.
Countdown to crucifixion.
For
wow.
these damn things.
Yeah. It would probably work in most of the games we've covered.
Yeah. As the gang stares this shit down, Shion walks up and caresses KOSMOS' face with her left hand. The hand of Satan. Shion says, KOSMOS, so this is your... And then the camera frames Shion in the upper beam of the cross from behind her back. It cuts to Chaos staring this down.
Who was the lady who wiped the face of Jesus when he was taking the cross to Golgotha?
That was Magdalene, was it?
Oh, interesting.
What? I have no idea. That's just...
I don't know.
That's the only other woman I remember being present other than Mary at the crucifixion of Jesus.
Do you want to ask the fake net?
Yeah, ask the fake net.
Fake net, who wiped Jesus' face when he was carrying the cross to Golgotha?
Initializing fake net.
While there is no reference to this shit in the canonical Gospels, legend has it that Veronica wiped the sweat from Christ's brow with her veil as he carried the cross to Calvary and, miraculously, an image of Christ's face became emblazoned on the cloth.
Isn't that cloth like a sacred artifact?
It was like, it could be.
His face image in it or something?
Well, no, the shroud of Turin is what we was
that's
allegedly
not
wrapped
real.
in.
No,
but
that's some bullshit.
No, yeah, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's bullshit, but I'm saying the cloth, I don't know. The only reason I know that story is because that was the Stations of the Cross.
Yeah, of course.
And you had to do that, every Friday
during Lent.
Yeah,
like 4 weeks in a row.
Every year for 8 years. And you remember things like that.
Initializing fake net.
Veronica wiping the face of Jesus is indeed the 6th station of the cross.
Anyway.
I was at a different church one time and their stations were colored, whereas ours were just bronze at my church. And I was like, oh my God, they have fucking color at this school. Who amongst our party do you think can't believe this shit? Who do you think isn't sold?
Oh. It's Alan, right?
Yeah, it is Alan. I meant like a player party.
Oh.
Like, do you think Ziggy is just along for the ride? It's like, I was just some muscle who wanted to die.
I feel like Ziggy has the least experience with any of this shit, right? He's just a battle cyborg.
We don't know what he's seen, though, man. That guy's been alive for a long time.
That's true. That's true. But I still think I would choose him.
Yeah.
Because he's been less involved with Zohar adjacent things.
Yeah, and you don't know what's buried inside
as far
Momo's
as we know,
head.
at least. Yeah, Momo.
Out of nowhere, Shion then closes her eyes and waves her hand over KOSMOS' stomach.
Is she doing the priest,
that
father,
thing?
son?
Yeah.
It looks to me like she's doing it, but we don't see the whole thing play out.
What she says next blew me away in 2003 and also 2023 after I forgot what happened 20 years ago and also earlier in this podcast. What does she say, Chris?
Ye shall be as gods.
Ye shall be as gods.
With her head still bowed, KOSMOS then speaks.
Disarming. Subconscious domain protection.
That's always what gods say. Were you activated or whiffed? Or have we already...
We've already had the "You shall be as gods" in this game before.
Yes, we have.
It's it's part of her password entry thing, but I had forgotten that when I saw this until I reread my notes.
Okay. No activation.
Yeah, we cannot duplicate activations. Blue light erupts out of KOSMOS. Light strands are superimposed over the television screen. Elsa cutscene. Now we're back on the Elsa. The music stops. A seated Shion removes her red visor. She looks around the room in first person, finding Alan, Momo, and Junior. KOSMOS' pod opened, and gases release. Chris, what's that gas smell like?
It smells like dry ice.
That's a good smell.
Yeah.
I can smell that. Yeah, I smell dry ice today. Think about that.
Really? Cool.
My guess was it smells like, you ever, I mean, the word is electricity, but you ever like a vacuum runs for too long or little kids are playing with like wires or something and it just smells like burning plastic or copper or some shit.
Smells like burning, tastes like burning.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. As KOSMOS emerged from her pod, I was like, oh shit, this was a mission to recover the videotapes in KOSMOS' brain, but we got all that other shit along with it. Like I had totally forgotten what we
need to get evidence
the mission was here.
They didn't deep
like
fake
everything that was going on the outside.
We got Mary Magdalene analogies and then on top of our photographic evidence of non-crimes committed.
Yes. I mean, we were due for a fuck up session or a get fucked up session.
It's like when you go to the woods to find porn and find aliens instead.
Yeah, just like that.
Yep. KOSMOS opens her red eyes and rises like a Dracula. She looks at Chaos first. Shion, did you notice that? She looks at Chaos first. Like Chaos is doing some looks in this video game.
God damn it.
Shion stands and puts her hands behind her back and says, "Good morning, KOSMOS." KOSMOS returns the greeting. Then she surveys the room. Then Chaos tries to wrap all this wild shit up like it was a filler episode of a Japanese anime. He says,
"Well, looks like we all managed to make it back."
Alan comes to life, screaming Chief, then running over to hug Shion. He's so relieved she's okay. Shion's arms remain outstretched as Alan nuzzles her. This shit is not being reciprocated. Alan closes his eyes and ignores it, finally taking action and lost in a moment, even if that moment is public and fucked. So he finally got to hug Chief. Boss.
Yeah, he did hug Chief, but I don't think that he hugged Chief. I think it was like a natural reaction, right?
Yeah, but he's been afraid to express any kind of feeling, or she doesn't hear it, or she's like cosmically not allowed to encounter it.
That's true.
Like, this is real.
But he did it without thinking about it. And finally, he was like, Alan is a genuine person.
Did she hug him back?
Let me check the tape. I've got it right.
I was going to say, have you ever hugged a lady and she's not hugged you back and you're in front of a bunch of people?
I don't
that's weird, dude.
I don't like hugging people unless I've got like a 99%.
I was like 16. Hypothetically, if that was me.
Oh, okay. So Shion does not hug him back. She opens her hands and puts them kind of on the side of his back.
She like hover hugged him?
She didn't even get close to a hover hug. She was just sticking her hands out.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But Alan is genuinely expressing feelings here.
I think Alan's going to go strong in our character tournament
without getting worked up about it. You know, he's not working himself.
Becoming human.
Yeah.
Alan is becoming human.
He become his gods. She said, "Ye shall become as gods."
Everyone-
We thought she was talking about KOSMOS.
It's all
She was
about
actually talking about Alan. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Durandal Bridge cutscene. Lapis is here, so is our entire fucking party, having just shut up the elevator. Shion gets face to face with Lapis, and it's time to get formal.
I present to you the memory bank data from the Anti-Gnosis Humanoid Weapons System KPX KOSMOS. Protection level AAA, with no possibility of alteration.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying.
Lapis salutes KOSMOS and takes the physical data, total handoff of object between two character models. Chris, they did it.
They finally did it. They solved all the problems from Mass Effect.
Lapis is like, hell yeah, but you're on probation.
Please remain within the Miltian star system until you're cleared of all charges.
Chris, you ever been on probation?
Like real life probation?
From the law or academic or anything?
I've been on academic probation.
How'd that go?
Not great.
Uh-huh.
Not great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you violate the terms of your probation?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I had to say, thank you.
Yeah, I did.
We fade to black and the camera shifts to an off-kilter shot of the Kukai Foundation. But it comes back and we're still on the bridge of the Durandal. Maybe we docked. Mary folds her arms behind her head like people do in anime and remarks about how glad she is that this shit is over and done with. Shelley eyeballs Junior and says,
You don't look very happy. Did something happen?
Junior gives a solemn, huh?
Huh? Yeah. You could say that. I still can't believe it.
And he's still fucked, not from all the KOSMOS crucifixion shit, but from the Milsha 14 years ago flashback shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He had to relitigate some of his memories.
Okay.
And also he's beginning to get the sense that Albedo's involved too, I think.
Oh, of course. We hear the elevator rise off screen, and then Lapis says,
We've got another friend of yours to release too.
Oh?
It cuts to the elevator, and there he is, left hand in pocket.
God, left hand in pocket. Oh, you can only do left hand in pocket if you're cool. Like really cool. Okay, you can only do left hand in pocket and look cool if you're really cool and handsome.
Can I do the next episode standing with my left hand in my pocket? Will the mic reach that far?
You got to wear a suit.
I have a suit.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I bought it for a wedding. I can wear it here.
You got to go get it tailored first, though.
It does not fit me well. I look like shit in that suit. I'm going to be honest here. It's not. I cannot wear it to job interviews.
All right.
People do more harm than good.
Okay.
Mary and Shelley both screen Gainun's. We didn't say who the fuck it was. Gaignun Kukai. Mary and Shelley both screen Gainun's name as they run over to Gaignun and hug him, with Mary specifically caressing his neck. Gaignun rubs one hand on Shelley's shoulder and the other just above Mary's ass. He says nothing. Chris, there will absolutely be a three-way tonight with this smooth motherfucker.
Yeah. Junior
says hello, and then Gaignun, with a lady on each arm, tells Junior, "You've done well." My guy says it was no big deal.
But it sure brought back a lot of bad memories.
Junior then asks Shion about Nephilim. Shion's like, yeah, why? And Junior engages in additional foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Well, if that girl is somehow connected to what I'm thinking of, then things are gonna get real busy real soon.
Yeah. He's got a bad feeling about this, as they say.
In Star Wars.
Yes.
Fade to black.
Oh, now we're on to my favorite scene in the game.
Durandal Park, cutscene. Reminisce plays, and we're with a pair of characters I never expected to see together.
It's Chaos and Alan. That's why it's the best scene so far.
They're both looking out at the stars, and I'm like, what are these two doing here? Alan's hunched over, head resting on his folded hands.
She was crying, wasn't she?
We then flash to a rainy cemetery. We pan across the headstones and then find Alan and Shion in their work clothes stopped at one headstone in particular. Shion is on her knees in front of it, hugging the headstone in ways I've only seen mothers do when their teenage son dies of something tragic. Alan then stands behind her, stoic as hell. Nobody brought an umbrella. And this is the scene we've already seen in the Japanese anime.
The anime, I was going to ask you, have we seen this or was that an anime thing? Yeah, go patreon.com/retroam. Have we read the gravestone yet?
We then get a really quick shot of Shion absolutely losing it, rubbing her face against Kevin's grave. Alan continues,
I think that's only the second time I've ever seen her cry.
Did you get the year that Kevin was born?
No.
4738.
Oh, is that Transcend Christ, 4738?
And Shion's hand is over the death here, so we can't tell what year he died according to the Transcend Christ order of things.
Interesting.
Or perhaps there is no death here.
Oh, well, then why is there a grave?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's no body. I've been to funerals with no body. It's weird. The flashback ends and we're back at the park bench. Alan goes on.
No matter what happens, she never shares her pain with anyone.
That's how you know Alan's a real one, right?
Yeah, he knows. She's not a bitch. She just doesn't share her pain.
He wants her to share her pain with him because he cares about her. He doesn't just want to go on a date. He cares about her.
Let me take this burden from you.
Let me. Put all your burden in my pocket, and I will put it in my left pocket and stick my hand in there.
The girl at the gas station crying, I can understand her.
I can, yeah. Please.
I have what she needs.
Give me your pain.
I do think it's sweet that Alan does, though, and not just like randoms on the street or whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's times like these when I'm reminded that I'm nothing but a subordinate to her. I wish I could take her tears away.
Fuck.
He feels like shit.
Yeah.
He feels like a real big piece of shit. Not because he's necessarily being rejected, but because he can't do shit about anything. He's Toad.
But this is He's Toad. Because Toad can't do shit about anything. No. It's like, I don't know where the fuck she is, bro. Sorry. It's not here. Chaos, then, for the first time, acts with a divinity toward other people, other than the whole Gnosis blowing up thing.
Other than that and all of his anime characteristics.
Yeah, but I mean I'm saying like something overt and pure. Like he reaches into the divine here and brings a piece of God back to Alan. Do you know what he says?
Oh, Alan needs this piece of God too. He says, "You will."
Yes,
Alan.
Someday.
Yeah,
you will.
Maybe. Someday.
You will, Alan. Someday.
He reads the future for Alan right there, and I think Alan just thinks Chaos being optimistic because all of our heroes are just completely ignorant to Chaos's godlike anime boy powers.
Yeah, because Alan just looks back at him. He's like, easy for you to say, anime boy.
Easy for you to say. You don't know a thing about us.
Not true.
Yeah, I know everything. Look at my fucking boots.
Chaos looks confused when he says that.
Yeah.
Alan immediately comes to his senses and apologizes.
I'm sorry. It's just... I didn't mean to say that.
Chaos therapist continues.
We've only known each other for a short while. But I can see that you have a good heart, Alan.
Relieved, Alan tells Chaos that he's too nice. Chaos replies with a very weird...
kindness. At times, it binds us. But still.
Yeah, that is...
You've been bound by rival schools, bound by kindness?
I don't know what to think about that. Kindness, does it bind us? Our need to be kind to others, it binds us. Is that a good thing?
My immediate thought was the chit-chat, small-talk formality you have to go through with any human...
But that's not actually kindness.
I know, but it binds us because we have to do it.
I don't think Chaos is so cynical.
Okay.
Chaos
is an anime boy.
Chaos talks to the cashier at Trader Joe's.
Yeah, in my cashier days, I never enjoyed that, so I still think that's open to interpretation. But I get trying to humanize people in service work.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Chaos is doing some version of this. As I'm looking at this screenshot of Chaos and Alan sitting on the bench, I'm realizing that I already have like maybe 35% of the clothes necessary to cosplay as Chaos.
Okay. What do you do about the hair, Chris?
I've got black tights, and I've got like bottoms, and I've got a black tight shirt that I wear to keep warm when I'm running in the cold. And so all I need is a little anime jacket and some anime boots and some anime gloves and some tiny shorts.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I would love to see you in tiny shorts.
So
next question. Do you want to dress up as Chaos for the wife cast?
Yes.
Follow-up question. Would it be funnier if I also dress up as Chaos or if I'm Alan?
I mean, Alan's suit would be harder to pull off.
I'm going to be spray painting something here, Chris.
You're going to spray paint?
Whatever I'm going to wear will be spray painted. I'm spending up to $13 on this.
You think you can spray paint a Vector uniform?
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that.
I think it would be funnier if you were Alan.
Okay, done.
But, I mean, it would be funny if you were anybody, really.
Patreon.com/retroam.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we have a cosplay series coming up.
Like, it would be... I think two Chaoses would be very funny. For both dressed identically and not addressing it whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, that to me is the funniest possible option, regardless of any artistic intent. I don't want to take that away from you, but it'd be very funny if we both looked like shitty Chaoses with goddamn wigs.
I might be able to get the hair going.
Your hair is not white, man. I have more white hair than you do, and I don't even have much hair.
No, I do have a lot of white hair. You just can't notice it.
That does not mean you have a lot of white hair, dumbass.
But I mean, I can do that. I might be able to do the hairstyle.
All right, man. You want to go Sephiroth mode? Hey.
I'm not saying I can do the hair color. I'm saying I can do the hairstyle, maybe, depending on when this podcast is, depending on how long. Because my hair's pretty long. It's
yeah. Oh yeah, you can pull it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, can we stop talking about cosplay now? Thank
Kukai
you.
Foundation, Gaignun's office, cutscene.
Mm-hmm.
We enter Gaignun's office with Gaignun seated at his desk. Junior sits on his bed in the background. Behind him, Mary and Shelley are passed out, so I wonder what the fuck just happened there.
Yeah, me too.
Helmer's on a Zoom call. They've completed their review of KOSMOS' subconscious domain records.
The charges against Second Miltia and the Kukai Foundation will be officially dropped tomorrow. That's quite a job you pulled off there.
Damn.
The camera briefly switches to Mary and Shelley stirring in their sleep, but then we're back to the Zoom call. Gaignun tells Helmer,
"We couldn't have done it without you. You have my thanks." So, Mizrahi's 100 series seems to be quite important.
Good guy Helmer confirms.
Yes. I doubt they'll stand by and let her go that easily. You'd better be careful.
Gaignun wonders what they're going to try next. Let who go?
They said her, right?
Yes, I doubt they'll stand by and let her go that easily.
Momo.
Okay. So
Momo is the primary MacGuffin still, right?
the 100 series won't let her go?
What?
Gaignun tells Helmer, "You have my thanks, so Mizrahi's 100 series seem to be quite important." Helmer says, "Yes, I doubt they'll stand by and let her go that easily."
Yeah, Momo is Mizrahi's 100 series.
Okay, so not the other 100 series.
Right.
Mizrahi, because I thought Mizrahi is responsible for all the 100 series.
I think he is, but I think
Momo's the prototype for that.
I think they're talking about the
Okay.
one, because Momo is the most important thing
Because it's got the memory block
for
inside there.
For UTIC, yeah.
All
yeah.
right. Durandal residential area cutscene.
Mm-hmm.
Music, Shion Emotion plays.
Shion Emotion.
We're above Shion's bed where she's lying down. The work jacket is gone and so are the shoes. Chris, we can see feet.
And
Shion is showing feet.
Her glasses are also removed.
Man, we're just getting it all.
Yeah.
Sound the alarms for folks who like that, and God bless their souls and the souls of all sinners in the name of Alan. Amen.
Was that improvised right there?
The word Alan was, yeah. The rest of it I wrote.
Okay.
Talking to herself, Shion laments.
I can't believe I just handed over top secret company info to the Federation without permission. I am so fired.
We then flash back to Momo, Charlie Brown walking, I think after the Zohar room Mizrahi meltdown sequence. Shion thinks Momo looks sad. So why are we conflating I gave away work secrets to the government with I made the robot sad?
Everything is making me sad right now.
Oh, I see. Depressive episode.
But the only way I can externalize that is to complain about work because I have no other identity.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. Good.
I think that's where we're at with Shion right now.
Yeah. Then Shion finally thinks of Alan. I'm not sure if this scene happened. Alan says,
Chief, so, why don't we go grab a bite to eat? Shelley told me about this great cafe.
we didn't see that, did we? That's just something that happened off game?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct. I'm fantasizing about there being about 15 different of those reactions in a cut Shion and Alan dating minigame where you can't win.
It's like the massage minigame in Final Fantasy X too?
Yeah.
Just fucked where you can't win. There's no getting past it. To make sure I control F the script, it didn't find it. Albedo is the only other person in the game who says bite with voiced dialogue.
Okay. Good.
Anyway, Alan is smiling when he says this, but he stops smiling and looks defeated as hell, defeated as shit when Shion responds,
I'm sorry. I don't have much of an appetite right now.
For you, Alan.
or dinner with you, bud. Shion rolls over on her pillow, she tosses and turns, and she monologues a bit.
Guess I'm not quite myself either. Nephilim, Fabronia, and her sisters. What does she mean? Release them. And KOSMOS and Udu. All this facing the past stuff. What am I supposed to do?
This is the most relatable scene in the game because I also have deep anxiety thoughts when I try to go to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
How am I going to solve these problems? I got to solve them right now as I try to lose consciousness for 6.5 hours.
That sucks, but at least you don't have any problems where the Realians are depending on you for their
Save the universe?
savedness.
But in my brain mind...
Salvation.
Salvation, there it is. There's the word you're looking for. Jesus gives salvation. In my brain mind, though, the problems are just that important.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I've been there before, too.
Durandal residential area, playable. Background, standard whirring is finally audible in this episode. I know you've missed the whir.
I've been looking for that whir.
I love the whir. Shion thinks, I was a little too cold towards Alan earlier. I better apologize to him in person. I wonder where he went.
This is our second, I believe, find Alan mission in this game to progress the story.
A lost little boy.
Yeah.
Chris, his ass is actually at the Iron Man bar, but we've got some stuff to do before we get there.
Oh, yeah? What are we going to do first?
Get an email.
Oh, yeah?
It's a new map being added to the Encephalon.
I love it. The Encephalon is getting a map of the Encephalon.
Yes.
Okay.
Exhibit is here to present it to us.
Okay, good.
NPCs.
Yep.
Guy by the vending machine wants to make sure that Shelley and Mary are all right, that nobody treated them badly.
That's true.
He's going to join the fan club to protect those two.
Did you talk to the police officer just outside Shion's room?
The time crisis cop? I did. What'd you say?
Yes. I think it's a woman. It says, what? Looking for someone? Who are you looking for? Speak again. His name is Alan. And his characteristics are?
A man in his 20s with an unimposing presence that you would find just about anywhere on the thin side. Great description. Somebody tried on that one.
This is one of the best NPC dialogues that we've gotten so far. I think there's another really good one later, but
there's a few. It's not bad. I went to the game room next, the casino.
Oh yeah, is there new stuff here?
The cop heard that things got pretty sketchy there for a while, but it stayed peaceful in here. She's glad the commotion died down so she can focus on the game. The Federation soldier is still here. He doesn't know where Alan is either. The soldier also won a ton of money, which upsets the guy in red wandering around since the soldier is in what used to be his spot.
Ah.
You know how gamblers are with their superstitions, Chris.
A-holes. I think that the Federation cop being left behind in the casino and he's just there because he's obsessed with gambling now is a pretty good bit.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's all right. Didn't expect that. I get an email from Vector R7D about R-Shot, a new weapon for KOSMOS.
FR-Shot.
There's a new tech attack called X-Buster, which isn't that from Mega Man?
It is from Mega Man, and that's a great technique. I can't wait to talk about it later when I use it.
It's not a Capcom joint here, Chris. Very upset about this.
I don't think Capcom has a trademark on X-Buster,
They do in my heart, buddy.
Okay.
I love that you need to save the attachments and emails in order to equip items.
Yeah, I love
That's some
downloading.
bullshit.
Just keep downloading, everybody.
Chris, I got an email from Snake Charmer.
Oh, is this the...
A little side quest I'm on?
Yeah, the hacker quest, yeah.
The deadly nanomachine has been stopped, Chris.
Finally.
The bunny wonders how Vector will react to this information, and Shion thinks there's nothing we can do but sit back and wait. To the train area next? You want to go to the train area? You want to go somewhere else?
The train area, the area still in the residential, but in the train.
But in the train
let's do it.
Cop says, man, I was arrested. I'm a police officer. Does the Federation law allow for the arrest of innocent people?
The cop being incensed at the fact that he got arrested is hilarious.
Beautiful.
It's wonderful. I don't know if how much humor was intended there, but it came across just, perfectly.
I got it. It hit me in the face. Guy in red?
On the bench?
If you say so.
Okay. Man, that pisses me off. I was on a roll, then those soldiers had to come in and get in the way. You know what that means? That means I have to go back to the casino and play all over again. So this is the same guy that has been continually stuck in
a lot of gambling addiction
loop here. And they're turning the gambling addiction stuff into a funny haha bit, but I'm starting to get sad.
Well, I mean, I can understand. This is one of those things where I think the writer had a lot of experience with gambling addiction. Like, I have to deal with gambling a lot in my day job as part of dealing with the fucking lottery. And if I had to make a creative work, I would definitely do something critical of gambling in the lottery.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's had a powerful effect on my day.
I was thinking about this the other day, that when I used to work a lottery machine, there was a guy that would come in every whatever day. I had his numbers, his pick 3 and his pick 4 numbers.
They were part of your memory.
Memorized. And I'd see him come in and I'd just fucking print them out for him.
Yeah.
And that was...
Every day.
Every day.
Every single day.
I bet that guy's dead now because he was pretty old 20 years ago, so...
The other guy in red saw Alan running toward the launch area crying, quote, I remember him really well because of the way he was running was pretty pathetic.
I missed that one.
Do you picture Alan running with like flappy arm shit?
Oh, yeah.
I saw before I went to the Durandal dock.
Yeah, I'm in the Durandal dock as well.
Okay, next I went on the Elsa and got to the dock colony.
Yeah, what'd you do?
I tried to talk to Ludi to finish the thing, but it didn't do anything.
Oh, it's still just telling her to take care of the seeds?
Yeah.
Okay. I went back, talked to the lady and the guy who were talking about how to hit on girls. And the lady says, what? Alan, come to think of it, I saw someone from Vector walking unsteadily into the shuttle. He looked like he was ready to die.
God, he's just a mess.
So I think you better go after him quickly.
And why is it such a depressive episode right now? Because he hugged Shion in front of friends and was not reciprocated?
No, I think it goes deeper. It goes back to the chaos conversation where Alan realized that he can't do anything. Like
Okay, he's towed.
Yeah, he's been toted.
He didn't witness the crucifixion shit, right? He was on the outside during that? He wasn't pulled into all that, was he?
He was there.
Okay.
Yeah, he was there.
I don't remember.
The other guy still wonders if he will be able to hit on girls one day. And he wonders if Realians can hit on girls.
Can they? If they're of age, Chris, they sure can.
He says he's been practicing a lot, but he hasn't improved at all, so that must mean that Realians can't hit on girls. Realians don't have dicks confirmed.
This is true. If my wife was dead or didn't exist and robots were like at a point where they were Realian style, I think I would be okay with dating one, but I would have trouble moving to a physical relationship.
Yeah, that seems...
Like, that includes hand-holding and shit. Like, I'd be fun to, like, talk to the robot, maybe. But then it tries to sell me, like, subscriptions to Cheerios, and I'd be like, well, I don't... Like, I know I got the free version here, but...
You know how you can tell when something's been written by AI? Because there's just enough...
It sucks ass?
There's just enough uncanniness to allow you... I'm not even talking about, like, the content of what's saying.
Just the organized structure of the sentence.
Yes, talking... Yes, exactly. How you can tell that, I think... Interacting with a Realian would be similar to that.
Yeah, no, I can see that, especially judging the conversations earlier. There's like something like 5% off from humanity. There's an uncanny valley of conversation there.
I actually had this conversation earlier today, and I think it's also similar to speaking to someone who speaks a different version of English than you do.
You mean like those fuckers in Boston?
No, I'm talking about like somebody from the UK or...
Oh, that kind of... Yeah, absolutely.
Even, and I think one
like
that...
The fake net.
Sorry, there would have been a funny retort here, but the British one is still busted.
Yeah, the fake net. But I think the one that comes across the most... it's not actually uncanny or bad, but the one that comes across the most uncanny is Indian English, because you don't see that represented in media as much.
Right, yeah, that's a good point.
English. So, and there's certain turns of phrases that somebody who speaks English that grew up in India might say that you might be like, oh, I understand what you're meaning, what you're saying, but no one who grew up in the U.S. would ever speak like that.
No metaphors like that, sir.
So I think Realians would be like that, but it'd be like a little bit... It'd be like a chat GPT situation.
It's more of a cultural difference than a language difference.
Yeah.
Whereas AI have no culture.
It's true.
Durandal Park.
Oh, yeah, let's go to Durandal Park. I didn't go there.
NPCs. The 100 series, who's been here the entire game, tells me Alan went toward the Foundation. Another guy in red said those Federation goons almost killed him. He doesn't even have a girlfriend yet, and he doesn't want to die.
Damn.
I'm out of missiles.
Durandal Bridge, on up the bridge. NPCs, 100 series, back right. What is their problem? I can't believe they'd call a cute Realian like me a traitor. The Federation must be a collection of idiots.
Interesting.
Far left. Thinks the feds came because she kept messing up. When Shion tells her that wasn't it, she thinks it will spare her from teasing by her older sisters. Nothing else really here. Neither Shelley nor Mary are here. You go to the hangar?
Is that where you upgrade your eggs?
Oh, I wouldn't do something like that.
But is that where you do that? No, that's on the Foundation. Never mind.
Okay. 2 workers are freaking out because the feds messed with the eggs and they need to fix them before Junior gets back.
Eggs!
Another in the back can't believe how much stuff the feds messed up when they were here. Durandal, isolation area, playable. The cops say the same thing, so let's go to the Kukai Foundation.
Let's go to the Kukai Foundation. Do you want to go to the RealNet first?
Okay.
Initializing RealNet.
Good. Hello, RealNet. Nice to see you again. Welcome to the, my basement where we're recording a podcast. Excuse me. Welcome to the Retrograde Amnesia Studios here in chilly Louisville, Kentucky.
8:06 p.m. Let's get it done. Come on.
Oh yeah, there's eating people in Xenoblade 2 as well. There's eating blades or something. Blade.
Oh yeah,
blade
consumption. Yeah.
Blade something. Anyway, Cliff Racer posted a screenshot of one of those motherfuckers saying, "I ate her." So anyway,
not all sunshine and roses. I tried so hard in the last episode to get a sound drop from the movie Nowhere, where I think Rose McGowan says dogs eating people is cool.
Oh,
but I couldn't find it on the internet.
Andy Hoof says Alan is incel, Shion is volcel. Is it voluntary celibate? That's just celibate, right? Who needs a man to make a baby when you can just make a robo Jesus all by yourself?
I mean, robots helped Chris have a baby.
Those were called doctors.
Well, no, the machines.
Those are called like centrifuges.
It's a robot.
A centrifuge is not a robot.
Centrifuge is a robot.
Yes. Fine. I'll give you that one. 7-8 says addiction is in many ways like a disease, but giving people with addictions a legit feeling of agency is important for recovery. It's complicated.
Yeah, I mean, I said that kind of just to be trolling. Like, I believe it is one. It's just hard for me to conceptualize and treat it as a sickness that is communicable between people as a traditional is. Like, I think there should be a different word for it, even if it shares the same properties.
Yeah, but you can have a disease that's not communicable between people. You can have, like, cancer.
Well, yeah, but it's not like a bacterial or a virus or I guess cancer isn't either one of those either. Well, I'm painted into a corner here, Chris.
It's somewhere in between the lines of a mental illness and a physical illness.
There you go. Yeah. It's between the two.
Yeah. Andy Hope says KOSMOS' final form is Pilot Wings.
I loved Pilot Wing 64. Like to experience flight like that at that era in console gaming.
Lopsop Doy says that we're very close to nailing what Udo actually is.
Do you think that that's revealed in this game?
Explicitly, probably not. I don't think so.
Yeah, they wouldn't. It's kind of like one of those things they would leave on the table.
Andy Hoof says, listening to all of Retrograde Amnesia is like taking a power sander to your brain. Thank you, I think.
I would take one. No, I'm not doing that. You ever use a power sander? I used a power buffer on my car after I
I've never
waxed it.
used a power sander or buffer, no.
Oh, man.
Lopsop Doy says, I think it was fine in Infinity War when Doctor Strange said, if I tell you how it happens, it won't happen.
Yeah.
Which is kind of how like Nephilim is treating this situation.
A little bit less articulate, but yes. If I tell you the answer, you'll never know it type thing. 7-8
says, Choo Choo is the thief that denied Christ. I will not be budged on this point.
I agree.
Yeah, I won't try to budge you. I think that's perfect. Lopsop Doy also says Renoa had a bit of crucifixion going on when she was on Adele's chest or whatever.
Yeah. There were multiple crucifixion incidents.
Yes.
You can always sneak one in there.
Do we need to make that like a time or just a time to crucifixion, or do we just need to acknowledge a countdown to crucifix? Like we're eventually going to hit it and we're going to decide how close we are?
It's in the same category as characters who have to take a shit, where it's something we only remember when it happens.
Okay. Lopsop Doy says, you're welcome, Christ. John Doe says Ziggy's secret backstory involves a lot of Gnosis and UMN fuckery. Isn't Ziggy's backstory on like the lost mobile phone game or whatever?
There's a bit of, you mean Pied Piper?
Yeah.
There is, I think that's like a mission that he was on where Voyager, a.k.a. Eric
Seacon.
I don't remember his name.
Eric Weber.
Do you know who Eric Seacon is?
I have no idea who that is. You just made that up.
He's the guy who was defrauding Social Security from Eastern Kentucky that went on the run and got caught in like a Pizza Hut in like Brazil or something.
You mean Richie Farmer?
No. He wasn't. He was just stealing from the government.
Okay.
Eric Seacon was like a big time lawyer in Eastern Kentucky who
he has a lawyer name.
Yeah, and he defrauded Social Security by putting in a bunch of false claims and stuff, and ended up fucking a lot of people out of money. There's a documentary about him in his run on.
Did he face
Apple TV.
justice?
Yeah, he was caught eventually.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
But he got out of the country though. But he was caught, I think, in Central America.
Like I mean, there's all kinds of schemes and scams, but I think trying to scheme Social Security is one of those things where it's like, dude, you come on, can you find somewhere else to grift, please?
Yeah,
there's way better targets.
Absolutely. 7-8 says, please just ask a normal girl out. Yeah, Alan, come on.
In defense of Alan, when you are young, not that Alan's young, he has an adult ass man job. You kind of set your sights on what you know, and like you put all your hopes, or you can put all your hopes onto one person. If that doesn't work out, then obviously your life is over.
Yeah. Andy Hoof says, bound by the dark, cruel destiny of kindness. That's right. That's what Chaos was getting after. John Doe says, Chaos tips at the counter at Trader Joe's. Yeah, he does. Cliff Rester says, contrast Chaos accepting how morality and social bonds restrict us versus how certain characters pursue Nietzschean freedom, the will to power. TC says, all in on Alan. I agree. John Doe says, given the other party members' impact on the story, it's kind of funny that we've seen Chaos do like Jack, all in this plot so far beyond give off a vague aura of being a mysterious, omniscient twink. Well done.
Maybe Chaos had to say that to Alan because that's the only way he could prevent him from killing himself.
Yeah. Am I allowed to say twink?
Yeah, if you're reading someone else's words, I think.
Okay.
Like you can't issue that as your own judgment.
I shouldn't use it as I wouldn't use it as a slur, but
no,
I
didn't pick up slur from context there. Yeah. I think that's allowed.
So I know that term is usually used as like a term of endearment, right?
It can be.
Between like, Mel Cosmic Crown says, Shion worrying about job security over treason charges. Andy Hoof says, was she at January 6th? Oh, that's good. Lopsop Doy thinks that the planet in the background of Shion when she's sleeping on her bed has a face, and it's smug. And I can kind of see it looking at a screenshot.
It's the back of that rabbit's head.
Yeah. It's not that smug. Andy Hoof says Alan is an anime Republican, which I don't agree with.
I don't think so. A better question is who is, but I don't want to answer.
Yeah, I like the term anime Republican. I'm going to try to figure out what that means and then try to use it later.
Ponder that.
Yeah.
Go get an orb and look at that while you think about it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what this is in relation to, but 7-8 says, do not go down that path, Eric. Oh, I think this is about when you said you would date a robot.
Yeah, I probably would.
Okay. The flesh eaters, that's what they were called in Xenoblade, whatever. Okay, well, I mean, you're the one that's saying that you would date a robot on the internet, so.
Yeah, I mean, given if sufficient technology proves out to where it's possible and it is socially, like, I don't want to be like patient zero for it, but if like other people are doing it and they're, established members of society doing it and it's not like just shitheads and idiots.
If other people are dating robots, you'll date a robot.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Like it has to reach some kind of like where I can sign up for my robot date at the Walmart.
All right. I support you, Eric. Don't worry.
You have to, it's like a doctor prescription thing. It's like her, but with, okay, I'm done. I'm out.
Okay.
Sayonara, baby.
That's how you get out of things. You press the sayonara, baby button.
And the fucking podcast.
Yeah.
No outro.
This episode is a production of Retrograde Amnesia, recorded on December 18th, 2023. You can email us at podcast@retrogradeamnesia.com. Find us on Twitter at retroamnesiapod. Go to YouTube and give us a like, subscribe, comment, etc. and say hello to us there on YouTube because you can leave a comment there and stuff. If you got things to say. Go to patreon.com/retroam to get to bonus episodes, miniseries, and access to the real net. Thank you, Mark
Shepard,
for the intro music.
You're welcome, Chris.
And thank you, WorldSyn, for the podcast artwork. Until next time, Eric.
Left hand still in pocket.
.com. And now you may go back to sleep.
Sayonara, baby.
So we'll
Imposter Christmas songs. I don't know. Whatever's in that Folgers incest commercial background.
What are you doing?
You're my present this year.
Carry on. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
All right. Hibbert or Hilbert?
Hilbert. Roy Hibbert. Hilbert effect.
Roy Hibbert. He's not in the NBA anymore, is he?
No, he's probably like 40.
Okay. Yeah, so am I. Great. God damn it. Fuck.
Was anybody crucified in Chrono Cross?
I'm sure if you look hard enough, you can interpret a crucifixion somewhere.
Yeah, we would have to back.
Like, what was fucking the Strawman?
Oh, Mojo?
Mojo. I bet he was crucified.
He was close enough. Yeah. He had nails.
Yeah, he had nails. That's
good enough.
He's at least have a stigmata that suggests a crucifixion.
Okay, what about Final Fantasy VIII? I think somebody was crucified in Final Fantasy VIII.
Squall was posted up on that wall, right?
Oh, yeah, in the
desert prison.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
He was at least like posted to a wall. That counts as crucifixion.
Vargas and Sidonia were crucified, obviously.
In Suikoden.
Yes, in Suikoden. And so, we've done it.
Yeah.
Complete.
The spiral of crucifixion is, I'm sure to my entire name I was crucified.
To hear us figure this out in our mini-series podcast, please go to patreon.com/retroam and give us $5.
Was anybody in Panzer Dragon Saga crucified? Just listen to our 17-episode series.
Thank you for the $5. Did you also notice that after Shion touches KOSMOS's face and she begins to become activated, the camera cuts back to the party, and it hones in on Chaos's face for a second?
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, you did say that. Okay, I'll cut that and put it in the outtakes. It'll be real funny.
It's fine. A lot of our gambling people that were our dailies, we'll cut this, are now dead because I think there was like at least 2 suicides because they lost their house and shit like that.
Yeah, it's sad.
Anyway,
I won $26 in the Ravens game last night.
Congratulations, Chris. That's good.
Yeah. That's exactly how my one of my kids used to run before he started learning how to run.
Really?
Yeah.
With like arms flapping out?
Yeah.
As opposed to pumping?
Yeah. He didn't know. He was very uncoordinated before he started running.
Yeah, I guess when you're a new human being, you don't really know how to do stuff.
Yeah, no, but I mean,
did he observe and learn, or did he?
He was still doing it when he was like 7, 8. So it was like a problem for him.
Okay. Were you like, hey, kid, stop that shit?
And no, he just figured out that it's easier to run when you do it, when you start to do it right. It took him a long time to get there, but he did it. And I'm very proud of him.
Good stuff.
I still can't beat him in a 5K, but maybe next time.
You'll take him down soon.
Does that? So is she also a Udu retro?
Udu will awaken soon. He feeds upon the consciousness of those who intend to awaken him, as well as those who wish to seek him. For Cicely and Kathy?
Cicely and Kath? At first.
Okay.
Or should we? Because
no, we should. There's still a lot more exploration because we got some Professor Robot.
Oh, we do. Okay, I don't have that, but we can go ahead and do it because I still am missing one of the legs, and I think it's on the Elsa.
Oh shit! Yeah, let's go to the real net though.
Guy
in red.
Guy in red.
Okay.
Would you like to hear some hot sounds I've recorded? You didn't answer.
I'm not going to.
Okay. That makes me sad. You've played the whole game and you don't remember?
I stopped at the last dungeon.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I wanted to be fresh whenever the hell we got to that.
We're not that far, really. It's somewhere. Shit.
Playtime's over!